And now we'll turn to an embattled country, Sri Lanka, where 3 leaders are running for president. Whoever wins will not just replace ousted former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, but also take charge of leading Sri Lanka out of the economic crisis. The vote is on the 20th of July, that's tomorrow. Tonight, we are bringing you a curtain raiser. What to expect? What should you know in the lead up to Sri Lanka's presidential election?
Ranil Wickremesinghe මැතිතුමාගේ නම 81 අංක 2 දරන ජනාධිපතිවරණ තෝරාපත් කර ගැනීමේ නාම යෝජනා ඉදිරිපත් කිරීම මම යෝජනා කරනවා.
අරුල ඒකාන්තුමනි ඒ නම මම ස්ථිර කරනවා.
It's the race to Sri Lanka's biggest office. Acting President Ranil Wickremesinghe is facing Dulas Alaparuma and leftist leader Anura Dissanayake. The stakes could not be higher. Protests, political crisis, price rise. Bringing the country out of this crisis will be the challenge before whoever becomes president. The candidates were nominated by members of the Lankan parliament earlier today. Outside the parliament building, armed forces stood guard. The session lasted 10 minutes. What happens tomorrow is anyone's guess.
Honorable Dinesh Gunawardena.
It will be a secret ballot. Who will be voting? Members of Parliament. It's unprecedented, much like the situation. In Sri Lanka, a president is always elected by the people. But this time, Lankans protested and ousted the president and started this streak of firsts. For the first time since 1993, the presidency is vacant mid-term. Whoever wins tomorrow will serve Gotabaya Rajapaksa's remaining term, which will be till November 2024. Who's likely to win depends on who has the support of the majority party. While Rajapaksa is out, his party continues to dominate parliament. The SLPP has 100 seats in the 225-member House. SLPP party is backing Ranil Wickremesinghe, at least officially. Reports say there is resistance within the party. No points for guessing why. Protesters want Wickremesinghe gone. They see him as an extension of the Rajapaksa rule. Wickremesinghe is a 6-time Prime Minister.
We don't take it as it comes.
We spoke to him in June. Back then, he was the Prime Minister. He denied being a puppet to the Rajapaksas and insisted that he'd taken up the job because no one else was willing to.
Prime Minister Wickremesinghe, are you an independent PM or are you more like a CEO appointed by the Rajapaksas?
I'm not a CEO. I'm a Prime Minister. Prime Minister is never a CEO.
Would you call it your most challenging assignment ever in what, 45 years of your career?
I think this is the most challenging appointment I ever had. Well, someone had to take up the challenge to put the country's economy into order.
Recognize him? This is opposition leader Sajid Premadasa. He too was expected to run for president. Except this morning, Premadasa withdrew his candidacy and put his weight behind Alaparuma. This twist has made Wickremesinghe's path to presidency tougher.
We made this sacrifice for the ordinary people. Personal political victories must turn into victories for the country. What we want is for the country to win. We want the people to win.
Will Premadasa become the Prime Minister if Alaparuma wins? 70% of Sri Lankans want constitutional reform. They want an end to the executive presidency. They want to make the Prime Minister's office more powerful. Whoever wins presidency must respond to this demand if he's to win over the people, rein in the protests, and lead Sri Lanka out of this crisis.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.